Hi there, a very good morning and good afternoon to all of you, depending on wherever you're watching me. This is Simply Stocks, and I'm live in this live session with you all in order to discuss with you a lot of points here. A very good morning to all of you, and would like to discuss with you a number of points with respect to the agri space. Some of the stocks in the agri space. We discuss about the markets and answer your queries as well. So, uh, hi there, hi Hari, hi there, morning Bharat, morning Anirudh. Uh, so, in order to discuss that, let's first just discuss about the markets and let more people join in, and then we'll discuss in earnest as to which are the stocks in the agri space that I'm betting on this time around. Uh, Morning Saeed, morning Hari. Uh, so basically, the markets have fallen over the last 4 or 5 trading sessions, and now are at very good support levels. 17,500 to 17,450 is a very good support, and that's exactly from where the market reversed. Tomorrow, we could see a gap down opening, and that is what is required for a market that has been going down. That one deep gap down opening, and that's where from where I hope that the buying would come in. So hopefully from Monday onwards, we'll see some buying from the second half. And by budget, we could be between 18,300 to 17,500, so closer to 17,900 or so. So there will be some amount of traction in the stocks. All right, so let's just discuss about the topic in hand. So basically, why I wanted to discuss with you the agri space is because from March, April onwards, you'll see these agri stocks do extremely well and perform extremely well on the bourses, and that's why we need to take positions beforehand. So in order to trade into these, probably we need to take positions by February, and you could see a lot of move in these stocks from March, April, all the way to July in that period. Some of the stocks I might be having in my portfolio, so that's a disclaimer. Kindly take that on note. And whatever stocks I discuss here is for educational purposes for you to analyze and understand and probably research upon. Three of these stocks I'm bringing to you from the agri space that could do well. One is Escorts. This is the topmost probably in this list in the tractor space. And although the numbers have not been that great, but with the Komota getting into it at 2,000 rupees and the open offer coming at 2,000 rupees and the stock being around 1800, 1850, 1860, between 1800 to 1900, very good levels to accumulate. And probably you will see 20 to 30% upside over this 5 to 6 months period. From these levels, your stop loss would be around 1770. But the way it is behaving, it looks like that we could be headed much higher here, and there is strong support around the 1820 region. So that's Escorts for you. That's the first stock that I would like to talk to you about. The second stock in this whole list is Sharda Cropchem. Now, this is an interesting company that that went public few years back, about 4 or 5 years back, and has been in the doldrums for since its inception. It hasn't done extremely well. It has been on and off, but now the performance is picking up. Last quarter numbers were decent, and with the season coming up, I think the stock could perform well around 390, 400. The stock and is performing well. I think one can accumulate between 370 to 400 region and look for 480, 490 to book profits around between 480 to 500 with a stop loss at 360. I think Sharda Cropchem could continue to do well. Yes, it has moved up in a very declining market. So wait for some consolidation to buy. Don't be in a hurry to get into these stocks. If you really want to, just analyze these stocks and then take positions as and when they consolidate. So that's the second pick in this whole list. And the third one in this list is PI Industries. Now, PI Industries has been in a lot of trouble with a lot of deals that they are having. A number of deals that did not go through about 2 quarters back, and the stock did not perform that well. So what happened was the stock got plummeted from 3400 levels all the way to 25 2600, and now it is also struggling there at the moment. I think renaissance of the stock would take place from March, April onwards, and I believe 3300, 3400 could again be scaled in the stock during this period between March and July. So one can accumulate the stock now and on dips. But this is the third on my list, and I think the first two, along with UPL, should end up doing well. UPL, if you can get it around 760, and then probably the fourth in the list could be PI Industries. PI Industries is coming at a very attractive level at the moment, and so it can be accumulated. But I think the first three would be better bets in that respect. All right, so these are the three, four stocks from the agri space that I wanted to talk to you about, that you can keep an eye on from a medium term point of view, from 4 to 6 months point of view, and could make money in this season going forward. Probably post budget, you could get into these stocks. Keep strict stop losses, and probably do your own research and then take a call. Get your research done, and then put in the money into any of the stock, or probably all of them, split into all of them going forward. All right, so I'm ready to answer your queries. Can you use the super chat, super sticker feature that will help me grow the channel and help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in a greater detail? All right. See, Dr. Lal Path Labs at current levels, I believe it is attractive around 3000, 3100. Don't see much downside, although what has happened with Info Edge and many other companies, DMart, etc., you could see further downside. So don't put in all the money here. Probably buy here on dips to 2800, buy more, and have patience with Dr. Lal. Probably you will do reasonably well. See, Info Edge, a lot of queries have come in. The stock has fallen from 7500 all the way to 4700. Uh, Stock has fallen a lot. It's, I think, 33, 35%. But you need to agree that around 7500 it was exorbitantly priced. Now it is reasonably priced. I'm not saying that it is extremely cheap with the kind of numbers that it is producing and some of the businesses that are loss making. Having said that, the performance of the stock, the way the stock has fallen, is kind of scary for all traders and those who have got in at 5000, 5500, 6000 even. I'm not even talking of those people who have it from 7,000 levels. What I feel is that because of many of their businesses in which they have investments, like a Zomato, like a PB FinTech, or even Naukri, that has been not doing well, etc. Performance have been up and down. So I think the market is valuing them, valuing the company of, or the stock of Naukri, according to the valuation of two of the listed firms, which have gone down in value. So that could be one rationale or explanation as to why the stock has gone down. So stock prices or valuation of Zomato has fallen by around 20% from a reasonable 140, 145 levels. PB FinTech has gone down 20, 25%. So uh, they have 17, around 17 and 16% investments into these two companies. So probably that is one of the reasons why the stock has synchronically fallen. So probably what you can do is accumulate now. Below 5000 looks attractive. 4500 is a strong support. You can buy there, and at 4200. But have patience with the company. I think company will perform. I don't see any management issue at the moment with the stock. See, Dixon Technology for me is well, it was a big buy around September, August, September, and I've talked about that earlier. And it was a big sell during December, January. And now it has fallen, come to reasonable levels. I think around 4500 one can accumulate, 45, 4600. I think numbers, let's see how the numbers pan out, because last quarter numbers were not that great, although the stock did not fall, and that was surprising, but the numbers were not that great. So it is trading at very high valuation, as is DMart. So a lot of people asking about DMart. So same point trading at 200 times earnings. Even if you look at 1 year forward or 2 year forward, sorry, 2 year forward earning FY24, we are looking at 110 times FY24 earnings. Similarly, 110 times FY24 earnings for something like a Dixon. And that is why they have been just beaten blue and black. But these are good opportunities to buy long term. I have talked about it, that these companies that have fallen 25, 30, 40% from the top are very good 2 3 year bets, but not for trading. You cannot buy now thinking that it's the bottom and you will make money. It's not going to be that easy this year in the market to make money. And that is why it is extremely important to be vigilant, to be patient, and to have a reasonable expectation with your trades. And that is what I am having. I'm having losses at the moment in some of my picks, but holding on to them. And I would suggest the same, that if you have the best of the companies, you would have to wait that longer to make money, and you will make as much money as that would be made through the market. If the market doesn't move, if the mid cap market doesn't move, these stocks will not perform. So it's not that you'll make money because you have bought the stock. You'll make money only when the broader markets perform. Most of the retail investors have stocks in which the broader market participation is required. And here we have to see how the FIIs could come back, institutions would come back and buy, and that's when the performance of the stock market and our portfolio would go up. Otherwise, you have to stick with the best of the companies and just stay put, even if that means waiting for 5 6 8 9 months. There's nothing as an investor we can do once we have bought the stock, apart from analyzing results and analyzing price charts. That's just about it, and working on it or acting upon it. All right. So somebody asked about IB Real. Also, a disclaimer: I have the stock. I believe over a 4 to 5 months period, we could see 250, 260 on IB Real Estate. I think there could be a lot of things happening from February 12th onwards. Uh, they are very close to getting NCLT approvals, etc., from state governments, and so once that listing or the name change happens, embassy gets in there, I believe there could be a 40 to 50% upside, 50 60% upside, that we can see in less than years time from current levels. Very good levels around 150, 160 to buy into something like an IB real estate. Looks extremely good. Kelpest, another stock, a disclaimer I have. So I could be biased in my opinion, but the way the management has performed over the years, I believe it's a matter of time before a lot of triggers happen in that stock as well. We are waiting for the results, which could be out in about 10 days or so, 10, 15 days or so. Uh, I believe that things will roll once this NSE listing comes about, and we have the listing of 3B Black Bio once all this happens. Because according to me, as far as my analysis goes on FY23 numbers basis, the stock is trading at 15 times earnings, no more than that, 15 17 times. So it is extremely cheap. Once it is listed as a biotech company, it should trade between 40 to 50 times, so should be doing well in 2 to 3 years time. Currently I believe it is extremely attractive at around 400 crore market cap, less than that, even 370 380 crore market cap, very attractive at these prices. See, Supriya Life Sciences have come out with very decent numbers. I have not gone in detail with the numbers or the company, but the numbers look good. Prima facie, the stock should perform well. If you have the stock, hold on to it from a 6 months point of view. If you don't have it, wait for declines to buy. It could be up on Monday and it could go up this week, but wait for declines, consolidation, and then you probably grab the stock on bad days. So that's the call. A Sequent, another stock that I'm holding, positive on the stock, very positive with respect to what the most of the management is doing, and whatever performance that is producing. I think Carlyle is doing the right thing. The current director has left the company at the moment. There will be new director and new regime at the top. I think the performance should come through from June quarter onwards. March, probably December and March quarter could be subdued, but the stock has fallen 60% from the top. is already down 60-65%. So I don't see a lot of, you can say, sell off with the stock price, but the performance will pick up from the June quarter. That's what I feel on Sequent. Polycab on declines to 2400, 2350 is a very good buy. I think the major run up in the stock has already taken place already. So I believe that one should wait for declines and should wait for some, you can say, a bit of an off season in order to put in money here, probably between August, September or so, to get into it, or around May. Because right now the stock could continue to perform, but at these levels, the risk reward ratio is not quite favorable to get into the stock at the moment from a medium term point of view. Short term, yes, you can make money, but on a medium term point of view, I don't see much, you can say, gain here with the stock. See, results of most of the IT companies are good, not emphasis of Wipro or Saint, but what I feel is that the run up in the IT stocks has been tremendous. So over the next 3-4 months, you'll see consolidation. So there's no hurry to buy into them. Probably what you need to do is, if you have made money, book profits, and if you want to really buy, wait for consolidation into these stocks to buy into them. That's the call. See, Loris Labs, I'll be more comfortable buying above 550 rather than 480. I don't know how the numbers would pan out. Hopefully, again, in this case, from March onwards, numbers should be good. March quarter onwards, so the results would be out in May. But for the next 3-4 months, I still feel it could be in a range between 480 to 530. Yes, 480 is also a decent levels to start accumulating, but a major up move is expected above 550 on the stock, and that's when I will look into the stock. All right, guys. Thank you. Thanks for being online in this live session. And can you do subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so you can get my videos straight away when I post it. And do support me on Patreon. Thank you.